Hello dear students, welcome to the class. So we are started bridge course. In the previous class we studied about the rational numbers, and today class we are going to study about the areas and perimeter of the figures here. So then what is the perimeter and area here? So perimeter means if the particular area they given means we have to calculate the edge, how much area. So edge we have to measure here. So for example here we have taken the perimeter of the square. For example, a square is the plane figure. It has all the sides equal here. This is a square. A, B, C, D is the square. In that all the sides of the square are equal. So you can take all sides as the A units here. Okay. So then what is the perimeter? Perimeter means we have to measure the edge, means the length of the edge of the square. So length of the edge of the square, otherwise length of the boundary of that area, otherwise length of the boundary of this square here. So whatever area it has, whatever the particular place they given, so boundary we are measuring is that we call as a perimeter of that area, perimeter of that space they given here. For example, here we are taking the square means the what is the perimeter of the square, that will become AD plus DC plus CB plus BA, means edge, all the boundary length we are adding here. Sum of the all the sides that we call as the square of the perimeter of the square here. So square perimeter of the square, that it will be gives up sum of all the sides, means that A plus A plus A plus A, that will be gives us the 4A units, 4A units here. So therefore area of the square is 4A. A means here side, 4A. So sum of all the sides here. So that is 4 into side, otherwise 4 times of a side, otherwise 4A you can write here. So next one will become a perimeter of the rectangle. So perimeter of the rectangle, rectangle will become, that is also a two-dimensional figure. In that opposite sides are equal. So if you take A, B, C, D, the polynomial in that opposite sides will be equal. So here AB is equal to DC and AD is equal to BC. Opposite sides are equal and parallel here. That figure we call as a rectangle. So if you will take a length as a L and breadth as a B. Length as a L and breadth as a B here. So means here also it will become L and AD also will become B here. So then area of the, rectangle of this, perimeter of this rectangle will become sum of all sides L plus B plus L plus B. Means how many times? 2 times of L and 2 times of B. L plus B plus L plus B it will become. So means that 2 times of a L plus 2 times of a B. Like that also you can write, otherwise you can take a in between these two as a common, that remains what? 2 if you will take outside 2 remains here B plus L plus B. So means area of the rectangle will become 2 times of a L plus B. L means here length, B means breadth of the rectangle. So next one, circumference of the circle. So circumference of the circle what? So here circumference means perimeter of the circle only, but we are given a proper name for that as a circumference of the circle. So circumference of the circle, if you will take this as a so circle with the center O. So circumference means the length of the boundary of the circle, length of the boundary of the circle. For example, you can consider this as a circle, the angle is a circle. So what is the length of the boundary of this circle, that we call as a circumference of the circle. So that we are measuring as a pi d. Pi d. So pi is a constant value. The value of pi is 22 by 7. Otherwise you can write this as a 3.142, whatever you can use. If they ask in the fractions, you can take as a 22 by 7. If you want in the decimals, you can use 3.142 here. So pi is a constant. D is the diameter of the circle. So diameter of the circle. What is the diameter? So longest chord of the circle is called as the diameter. Otherwise the radius which is passes through the center, that we call as a diameter. And always the diameter of the circle is 2 times of the radius. Diameter of the circle is 2 times of the radius. If you will fill up b value as 2r, so that will become pi into 2r, so that we can write as a 2 pi r. So circumference of the circle, if they in terms of the diameter they ask means you can write as a pi d. If in terms of the radius they ask means you can write as a 2 pi r. So both I have wrote here. Circumference of the circle pi d or 2 pi r. In terms of diameter pi d. In terms of radius, that is a 2 pi r. So next one will become area. Area of this square. Area of this square. So that will be gives us a side into side. Side into side. So 1, 2. Side into side. A into A. That will be gives us a square. A square means here. Otherwise you can write side square also. A square or side square. So whatever, other if you want to take a side as a x square it will become. If you will take a side as a l square it will become. So whatever the variable you can use, but that will become in terms of the squares only, side squares. So and unit will become square units only. So next, area of the rectangle. Area of the rectangle will become length into breadth. Length into breadth, that will be gives us l into b square units. So next one, area of the circle. So area of the circle will become pi r square. Pi r square. So pi is the constant, that is a 22/7, and r depending on your radius. R means the radius of the circle. So next one will become a area of triangle. Area of the triangle here. A, B, C. So this is a triangle. So what is the area of the triangle? Area of the triangle is half into BH. Half into BH. B means what here? That we call as the base of the triangle. So then H means height of the triangle. But height is not a AB or BC. So height is means that has to be perpendicular to the base to opposite vertex. So base is BC and opposite vertex is A. So that has to be perpendicular from the base to opposite vertex, that we call as the H, height of the rectangle, and this we call as the base of the rectangle. So that's why half into BH is the formula to calculate the area of the triangle. So next one will become an area of parallelogram. So area of parallelogram. Area of parallelogram. So parallelogram is a in that plane figure, in that opposite sides are parallel to each other. AB is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC. So opposite sides are parallel. So then here perimeter of the square, perimeter of the rectangle, circumference of the circle, square of the area of the square, area of the rectangle, area of the triangle, area of the circle, and area of the parallelogram we studied. So what is the area of the parallelogram? Area of the parallelogram, this is the L. L is the length of the parallelogram. So what is the H? H means that is the height. So height, how like we can get? So AD or BC are not the height of the parallelogram. So from A, otherwise B, we have to draw a perpendicular to the base. From A vertex, otherwise B vertex, if you will draw a perpendicular to base, whatever the line height we will get na, so whatever the measurement we will get na, that we measured as a height of the parallelogram. So height of the parallelogram is L into H. L into H, that is the area of the parallelogram. H is the height of the parallelogram and L is the length of the parallelogram. I hope you all understood the formulas. These formulas are very important for your 9th and 10th standard. So it is previous year in the 7th standard you studied about this, and in the higher classes it is very useful for you. In the 8th standard also, depending on this we are going to solve the examples. So that's why I am reminding these all the formulas to you. I hope you all understood. We will go for the next now. So now laws of exponents. In the last year you studied the laws of exponent depending on the examples also. So we will revise a little bit on that. So first laws, that will become a laws before exponents. We have to go for the exponent. Exponents means what here? The number which we wrote in the form of a raised to m. So that numbers we call as the exponents. Okay, so here a be called as a base and m is called as a power, otherwise the exponent. So exponent means number we will write in the form of rise to the power. Exponent, laws of exponents. Exponents means powers here. How the numbers we will write in the form of powers, that we call as the exponents here. So then a is called as a base and m as the power, and here a must be positive, otherwise a must be a non-zero integral. So a must be a non-zero integral and m must be a integer. So here non-zero integral, so it will be not a 0, and m must be a integer. M must be a integer. So here a to the power m into b to the power n. If the number is in the form of 2 to the power 1 and 2 to the power 2. So means check out here, a to the power m, a to the power n, a and a. Here also I take an example like similarly 2 and 2. Base are same, but the exponents are different, means powers are different here. So means that if it is in the form of a to the power m and b to the power n, so that we can write as a to the power m plus n. So if the numbers exponents as the base same and the powers are different, that time we can add the powers here. Base you have to write as it is and powers you have to add. So that will become 1 plus 2, that will become 2 to the power 3. How to read this one? A rise to m, like that, 2 rise to 1, 2 rise to 2. Yes, rise to, otherwise 2 to the power, a to the power m, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 3. Like this we can read this. So then a to the power m divided by a to the power n. So here also instead only what they changed here, sign only they changed, plus to minus they have taken, plus to minus division, into 2 division they have taken here. So 2 to the power 1 divides 2 to the power 2. So a to the power m divides a to the power n, that will gives us a to the power m minus n. M minus n, but the condition is the integer m is always greater than the n. M is always greater than the n. So but here 1 is less than the 2, means we can't apply here. Yes or no? So we can apply, but the exponent will become in the negative form. So we will change 2 to the power 2 divides 2 to the power 1. 2 to the power 2 divides 2 to the power 2, means it will become 2 to the power 2 minus 1. We have to subtract the powers here. So we have to write the base as it is, subtract the power 2, rise to 2 minus 1, that will be gives 1, otherwise you can write that as a 2 only. So next one will become a to the power m to the power n, that will be gives a to the power m into n. So any number has a double powers, means power to the power. So a to the power m and whole to the power n. So that will be gives us a to the power m into n, means we have to multiply the powers here. So a to the power 3 to the power 2. Example, a to the power 3 to the power 2, so that will become 2 as it is, and 3 2s are 6. We have to multiply the exponents, that will be goes 2 rise to 6, otherwise 2 to the power 6. However you can read 2 rise to 6, you can read as well 2 to the power 6, like that also you can read it. So next one will become 2 a raised to m into b raised to m, that will be gives us a into b whole raised to m. So here what happened in this condition, a and b. So whatever the non-zero integers are there na, that are different, but the powers m and m both are equal. Powers are same, but the bases are different here. So bases are non-zero integrals, non-zero integers da. So here a to the power m into b to the power m here. So how to write this? So bases are different and exponents are same. So means we have to whole to the whatever bases, that we have to multiply, and we have to write the exponent as it is. 2 to the power 3 into 3 to the power 3. Then how to write this one? So a into b means 2 into 3, power is same, means you have to write whole to the power 3. So means if we can simplify this one, 2 3 that will be gives us 6 to the power 3, 6 to the power 3. So that will become a 6 to the power 3, means we have to multiply the bases and we have to keep exponent as it is. Same as a to the power m divides b to the power m, that will be gives us a by b to the power m. So means here also bases are different, integer exponents are same here. So 2 to the power 3 divides 3 to the power 3. So same example I have taken here. So that will be 2 by 3 whole to the power 3. So that we have to write in the form of division. So last one, a to the power 0 is equal to 1. So means non-zero integral, power has 1 means it will be gives, power has 0 means it will be gives us 1 only. For example, you can take a 100 to the power 0, that will be also gives us 1. So if you will take minus 200 to the power 0, that is also will be gives us 1 only. Any integers you can take. So that power will become 0 means it will be the value of that will become 1 only. If you will take 1,000, 10,000, whatever value you can take, but it has a power 0 means that will be equal to 1. So but in this case what will be happen? One more thing, next one power example, if 8 to the power even numbers are there, a to the power even, a to the power even, if it is a minus, integer is a minus a to the power even number. So even integer is there means the product will become even only. The product will become even. But if minus a to the power odd is there, minus or a to the power odd is there means that will become a odd only. Otherwise, minus 1 to the power even in this form. If minus 1, if any number has a even numbers, that will be gives us a even multiple only. If minus 1 to the power odd, the value will become negative. Here negative and here it will be gives us a positive. It will gives us a positive. Minus 1 to the power even means that will be gives us a positive value, and minus 1 to the power odd is there means that will be gives us a negative value. So I hope you all understood. It's a very easy and you have to revise this one. It is useful for in a 8th standard. I hope you all understood. Again and again you have to practice. It will be easy for you. Thank you student. Keep watching the videos.